a title, Blind Faith. Blind faith. When I was doing a lot of youth ministry, we would play this game. We would blindfold one of the young people, and they had to be led all throughout this maze. And in order for them to reach the end point of this maze, they had to listen to those who were guiding them. Now, they were blindfolded. Then you had to tell them to lift your foot up, lift your foot down, go right, go left. And in order for them to get to the end point, they had to listen to those who were leading them. Blind faith means different things to different folk. And sadly, we get a lot of negative and disparaging people who think that when we follow God blindly, without an understanding of common sense. The dictionary defines blind faith as belief without true understanding, perception, or discrimination. In the Bible, faith is believing the impossible is possible, even if you don't see how it's possible. Faith must confirm and affirm within you what we cannot prove. In the Bible, faith is the belief that and trust in God based on evidence without total proof. And if there are times in our walk with God that we must act purely on faith, because we can't see the whole picture like God sees the whole picture. Even when we can't see, our faith is not blind because it is based on a knowledge of God's nature and his character and his promises and our personal experiences walking with him every day. It's not blind faith. We as believers must come to accept the faith. It is not just our way to get to God, to do what we want God to do, when we want him to do it and how we want him to do it and where we want him to do it. Faith is also it's not losing faith when God doesn't do it. Faith is not some false sense of reality. Faith is when you start accepting what is and believing that God can and will somehow change